Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Sasquatch Speaks. This is Sasquatch, otherwise known as Gavisas, welcoming you all once more to our dark little corner of the internet. In today's episode, well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to all the episodes from last week and all the fun times and things we had with that. Going over my former gaming experience and plans for the future in terms of that. I understand it's probably not the most interesting things in the world, but that's because I'm not particularly the most interesting person in the world, so, you know, that just kind of goes to follow. However, today we're taking a break from series and focus points and kind of just refocusing and recentering ourselves and, well, at least refocusing myself on how to proceed with the channel and things like that. I've been having a lot of fun doing the Sasquatch Speaks videos, and I intend to keep doing that until such time as I have a computer capable of properly recording video. But that is, as been mentioned several times before, some distance in the future. So, with that in mind, first I want to address a couple ideas that I've had or have been suggested to me for new stuff. Maybe not like full-on, this is today's video sort of things, but maybe extras or just something on the side to make things interesting. First of all, I've done this before on my channel, but probably the production value, even as bad as it was before, will probably not be as good as it was even then going forward in this regard, but I've been thinking about maybe doing some sort of parody songs or just straight-up songs that I enjoy, or anything to that effect that may, you know, it might interest me. If that's something of an interest to you, of course, that's kind of the reason I'm doing this video, is to kind of get your feedback on what it may or may not be interesting to you in the future. I know I don't particularly have the best voice in the world, but sometimes I think I can do some very interesting things with it, at least perhaps interesting enough to garner some interest from all of you. I know there's a lot of uses of the word interest and all its variations and forms, but that is another story for another time. Which leads me to my next point. Stories. I had a chance to sit down and talk for, I think it was like 3 hours with Felix, subscriber, and I'd say getting to be a pretty good friend. I don't know if I've ever actually got to play with him in terms of any sort of gameplay yet. Certainly something I want to do, just don't think I've quite worked that out yet. I'm sorry for that, Felix. I do try and make that a point, but it hasn't happened yet. I do apologize. But he has recommended to me that at some point or another, I might just find some sort of short story or something that I find interesting and would like to read to all of you, or just, you know, use my few vocal talents to convey it to you in an interesting manner, or perhaps use it as a jumping off point for something else. Not really sure. Again, this is me throwing out ideas and looking for feedback from all of you out there, the viewership. So if that's something you think would be interesting, again, comments down below. That's what they're there for. I've done a few things, very few things, most of them incredibly bad. But it's a possibility as well, or maybe it's something to be done. I have access to and am capable of blowing air through a harmonica, if that is something that anyone would be interested in. I put up a video on private on my channel of that, and I opened it up to a few select people. But I have not gotten any sort of feedback from that whatsoever. So I don't know if I did well or not, or if people just want to go like, "Hey, I'll give it a shot." What's one bad video out of however many that are going to be put up on the channel eventually? So if that's something that you would be interested in, or like, "Oh no, please God, don't do it! Throw away, burn it with fire." If that's you, then please feel free to express your opinion as well. You will not offend me. I understand. I am not particularly the most interesting or, you know, fascinating person ever, but I do my best. I try to, well, you know, to keep things lighthearted and interesting for everyone out there who may or may not be listening to this video. With that in mind, wow, we are really kind of moving along here. Thought this was going to be like a really long video, but apparently, well, it might still be, because I got some, the beefier topics are towards the end. So, third thing, up until this point with all of my Sasquatch Speaks videos, I have been intentionally not titling them with anything else other than a number. And whether that is good or bad, that is what I've been doing. And I understand, well, I don't really, there hasn't been any sort of comment to that point, but seeing as it is really all that I'm putting out on my channel at the moment, I'm wondering if perhaps I shouldn't begin titling those so people actually know what it is they're getting into before they click play. The reason I've been intentionally not titling them so far is just because, well, if you're here to listen to me, it really, in my mind, it shouldn't really matter what it is that I'm talking about, which I guess is kind of proven wrong. But that's something that we'll get into in the last segment of this video. So if anyone has any opinions on that, again, there's just a lot of questions for all of you. What you want to see happen or what you want to see not happen. And again, comments down below or anywhere else would be very much appreciated, and changes will be forthcoming, perhaps, if any sort of feedback comes to me at all. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to your opinions and thoughts and ideas so that I may steal them and then apply them and make my channel better for all of you who are coming here to be, and I really don't want to say entertained. I really don't, because I refuse to be entertained. And I don't like the idea of me entertaining anyone else either, because that would mean that you're shutting your brains off when you come to listen to this. And it's like, I don't want to be the cause of that. I want people to be engaged and active in this. So I'm not going to say entertained, but something engaged. There we go. I want you all to be engaged in this channel, to have thoughts and ideas and be willing and forthcoming to express them. That's how it is. Join the conversation, so to speak. Next, I want to thank again. I want to thank everyone and give extra, just so much gratitude to all of you who have been watching all of my videos up until this point. And I know that they've been really bad, and I understand that, and I'm trying to get better, and it's a work in progress, and hopefully they're getting a little bit better. I'm making little tweaks and little changes all the time, like my magnificent pop filter, which you may or may not even have realized is there, but it is, and it's amazing and it's spectacular, and I love it. It's my own little invention. It's not even really an official pop filter, so to speak. It's just 4 paper clips, a rubber band, and a Kleenex, and it's amazing. It actually does what a pop filter is supposed to do without having to lay out like $20 or $30. I'm just ecstatic about my own ingenuity with this little device. But with that being said, thanking everyone for stopping by and enjoying my videos. And like I've said before on other videos, I do intend at some point to monetize this channel, and I have that point set in mind. It's not just like a nebulous, well, one of these days I might decide to get around to that. I actually have a goal in mind. I want to get 1,000 views in a month, and then I figure that at that point I'll be able to make something in terms of videos. It's just like, hey, it's my hobby is paying me. It's a nice way of thinking about it. But that being said, and this is something that is just, it's really just a personal thing, and most people just be like, okay, well, I'll take it and move on, and it'll be okay, it'll be wonderful, and it'll be great, and yada, 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 okay. But, and I've talked about this before, kind of, it's just kind of the other way around before, in that I don't like it when my views get fudged. And it happened again, and it happened in a really big way, and it irks me because it's so blatantly obvious that that did happen. And I'm not blaming anyone who's on my subscribers, because I'm quite sure none of you would actually do this. So I think it was just like some person who thought they would be funny or something, or some person just came by to troll or something. And most people wouldn't have even noticed it or had a second thought about it. What happened was, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, I think it was Thursday, someone came on my channel and clicked on like 20 or 30 of my videos, and then they refreshed the page on all those videos like 2 or 3 times. By itself, not a big deal. I probably wouldn't even have noticed. But they did it on 20 or 30 videos all on the same day, which means that my normal view count got jumped like by 60 or 70 views, which when you're only averaging about 20 or 25 in that range, you notice. And at first I was like, oh, wow, I got a 94 view day. How did this happen? Then I clicked on it and I'm like, crap. Oh, who would do such a thing? It makes me sad, makes me angry. I don't want to say it made me angry, but it made me upset. I'm like, guys, or just guy, person, whoever you were, was that really necessary? I mean, I understand maybe you had good intentions, trying to help me, get view counts, whatever it was. Not how I want to be helped. Just not. So if it was someone who did it and then subscribed to my channel, they were doing it to check me out or something, I understand what you're doing, but you're out. Watch the video. Just let it go. Don't refresh the page and just try and like rack up view counts and stuff. And I know it's just one of those personal things. It's like I don't like. It just bugs me because I have I check my analytics very carefully, and when there's an aberration like that, I notice, and then if it's not like a legitimate thing, it's like, man, all that good feeling that I had. Oh yes, someone found my channel and they really liked it and they started going through my videos and watching them. It's awesome, it's great and amazing. And no, they just hit the refresh button about a bunch of times and I'm like, man, just don't. I know, I'm being too picky about it. I know I'm being too picky about it, but it's just one of those things that bugs me. Also, final topic. Like I've been asking for comments all the way through this video on every different thing. And since I had such a small channel and my viewership is fairly close-knit, I know the names of pretty much everybody. Well, not like their real names, but like their in-game names and stuff, or their online chat names or something, or their channel names. I pretty much know everybody who follows me, and so since my view counts are lower, when aberrant things happen, more people get to notice, and so I try and address them when they come up so as to avoid any sort of panic or negative emotions or feelings or things that happen like that. One such thing happened this week, on the very same day as I had that 94 view count. And I was like already kind of down about it. I'm like, someone came in, they just messed up my analytics. The same day, some person, I'm not going to mention their channel name. I mean, you can look it up if you want. I didn't delete the comment or anything, but they came on and they commented on one of my videos. It could very easily have been interpreted as a hate comment, and indeed it was by myself and several other people when it was read initially. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of the thought process that I had before I tell you like what the actual deal was with that comment, because it wasn't what it appeared to be. It's actually kind of funny what it was, but kind of my thought process was, okay, well, I got a hate comment. I don't want to get more of them, so let me try and diffuse the situation. So I just commented back real quick, just kind of thanked him for his opinion, and went on about my day. And then, like, hey, at the end of my videos, I always ask people to, leave a nasty comment if you didn't like the video. Like, okay, well, you didn't like the video, so leave a nasty comment. At least that's what I was telling myself. And then it was like, man, that really bugs me. It's just one of those things that started to eat away at me. It's like, but why didn't you like it? He didn't explain it. He just kind of said, oh, this is bull. She said, this is, I'm trying to remember how it goes exactly, but he said, this is bull crap. All this guy does is talk about himself, just complete crap. Yeah, just, thankfully he didn't use any, like, extreme expletives, but, it was like it was a harsher tone in text form. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he was just a troll and he's here to make it funny and something, and he was just following my instructions. Okay, I got it. Haha, good one on you. Here's the old arm slap, but it kept bugging me like, no, that can't be it. That really can't be it, because this is someone who's not subscribed to me, they've never been to my channel, assumedly they've never been to my channel before, and they show up and just basically launch an ad hominem attack. If you don't know what an ad hominem attack is, basically just attacking the person rather than the content of the message, rather than engaging in a dialogue or a discussion or even a debate over what is being said. It's just launching an attack against the person and saying, well, because it's you that's saying it, it's stupid. And it's like, well, that's not very, I mean, that it's entirely designed to be hurtful. And I'm like, there's got to be something more to this, because if people are just coming along to do that, then, well, first of all, thank God they are, because like it or not, YouTube sees no difference between positive or negative comments and sees no difference between likes and dislikes. As long as you get ratings and as long as you get comments, they don't care. Your video ratings go up. That's just how it works. And they say, oh, well, people are really engaged with this video. Let's jump it up in the rating system. Like, oh, okay, I'll take some hate if people want to see if it will get more people to view my videos. That's okay with me. I'm okay with that. Which is probably also one part of the reason why I do say that at the end of my videos, asking people to give me a negative comment, which I will probably say. Well, no, not probably, but I will say at the end of this video. But we're not there yet. We're still talking about this comment. I know it's going to seem really silly when I get to the actual point of this, but until then, it's going to be like, okay, well, what's he doing? What's going on in his mind? But so I thought, okay, well, there's something wrong here, and I was going to try and like go on his channel and ask him like, what's the deal, man? I didn't think I offended you in any way. I don't think I said anything in the video that I commented on to offend anybody, because I was just talking about me, which was it was a truthful statement, but it was the way he phrased it that made it come off as a very strong attack. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I want to do with this? And so fortunately I was at the office. I wasn't actually here to do anything stupid on the computer, but I'm at the office, and suddenly I started thinking about it, and then that phrase came back to my mind, where the one that I always say at the end of the video is like, if you didn't like this video, please leave a dislike rating and a nasty comment down below, telling me to blah, 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 whatever it is. You know what it is. You've watched my videos before. And I'm like, okay, I invited this. I have actively asked people to say bad things to me. At that point, where I did it even the first time, not on every video, but I mean, the first time I did it, on the very first video that I actually said, okay, if you didn't like this video, please leave a dislike rating, a nasty comment, blah, 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 blah. I gave up the right to be angry, because I asked people to say mean things to me. I mean, it's just the case. Whether or not my feelings get hurt after that is not really the point. The point is, I relinquished my right for reprisal. I relinquished my right to argue back with them. And while I'm sitting there at the office and trying to concentrate on other things and clients, and this thing comes up in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. I don't have to be angry at him. And it was kind of one of those things. It's like, okay, and it just settled me. It just kind of gave me some peace and quiet and comfort about the entire situation. No, maybe not comfort. Maybe comfort's not the right answer. But I would like to throw out something here that my very good friend Stoic Deviant saw it and reached out to me and said, Gavi, are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. So thank you, Stoic. I do appreciate your concern. I do apologize if I have not caught similar comments on your videos, but I think everyone loves you. I mean, you're the greatest. I mean, right. So I don't think I've ever seen any sort of hate comments on your videos, and I apologize if I missed one and was not similarly concerned with your welfare. I do apologize if that is the case. But so I had this comfort and this understanding. Okay, I asked for it. I can't be angry about it. I'm okay with it. So I get home and I'm like, okay, well, out of curiosity, and it's kind of like rehashing it a little bit, but like it was a different motivation, so to speak. So same basic process, different motivation. Out of curiosity, let's just see if this guy has ever commented on anything else. So I go to his channel, and everything's private. His activity's private, his videos are private, if he has any videos. Everything that he has done or ever will do on YouTube is private. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of unfortunate. And so I started clicking through the different tabs on his channel, see if I could learn anything at all. And then I hit the channels button, which just shows other channels that he is either actively involved with or affiliated with. And as soon as I clicked on this tab, it all made sense. Everything, all the little pieces, like, okay, well, why? And it made sense. The commenter in question is a mythological hunter. Basically, I don't know if he actually goes out in the woods or anything, but he, at least on the internet, scours, probably TV as well, he scours for information regarding to the mythical Sasquatch. And so, when he typed in his search thing and Sasquatch Speaks came up, he clicked on it. He's like, yes, I get to learn more about the legendary monster. But I was not quite legendary enough to be his monster. And so he came here looking for one thing, and I suppose there's some miscommunication. This may be part of the thing was why I'm thinking about maybe I should start titling my videos down so people aren't like, oh, okay, well, he's going to sit here and talk about, Sasquatch, or the monster, or the Bigfoot, or the Yeti, or the Louisiana skunk ape, or anything like that. Maybe I should title my videos so people don't get the wrong idea anymore like this. Because he came here looking for Sasquatch videos. Like, hey, is he marching through the woods right now, or is he just a hoax? Is he legend? What is it? And then he comes in, and it's me talking about video games, and he's like, this is bullcrap. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what was advertised, in my mind at least. Or speaking as him, not myself, because, I'm me, and I know what I was talking about. And so he became very angry at not finding what he was hoping to find, and then he left this comment. So it was an overreaction to a minor thing, which ended up being a funny thing. So even if this had been a completely legitimate hate-filled comment, and he just, for whatever reason, decided that he did not like me, or my content, or my videos, or my channel, or my existence, and breathing his air, it would have been a small thing. But because it was, he was a Sasquatch hunter, and he's looking for actual Sasquatch information, and he came to my channel out of misunderstandings, it turned into a very, very humorous situation. So, yeah. Problem resolved. If you were concerned that I was going to be like, oh, I can't deal with the stress and the pain and the hatred anymore. Oh, I can't do this. Oh. Don't worry about it. I'm not that fragile and delicate of a flower. I do get a little bit perturbed sometimes. I do tend to pick apart people's reasoning when they say, oh, I don't like you, blah, blah, blah. I will analyze the situation. It's a part of my personality. But I'm not going to just pack up shop and go, oh, never again. They hate me. Never going to do it. They hate me. Not a concern. I promise. I'm not going anywhere. At least not yet. Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a like rating and a comment down below giving me some feedback on all my ideas. If you like one thing and not another, just comment on that. You don't have to worry about anything else. Hopefully there'll be this grand outpouring of people going, hey, I have an opinion, and I want to see this, or I don't want to see this, and I'd like to see more of this and less of that. And, hey, what about that gameplay stuff you used to do? Well, I can tell you that the computer is not working right now, so blah, 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 blah. You get the point. You get the idea. If you did not like this video, I am going to open up the floor, and I'm going to say you can dislike this video and leave a nasty comment saying any sort of down and dirty and unflattering thing you may have in your mind, free from fear of reprisal, because I'm not going to do that to you. Like I said, by asking for people to give me negative comments, I am giving up the right to go against you said this and that's not true, blah, 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 blah. Giving up the right to that. I will respond to your comment, and I'll thank you for it, because, like I said, ratings boost. I like it. Let's do this. But I'm not going to, tear you down, or like some people have on YouTube, people with much larger audiences, not people of my size, but people with much larger audiences have mobilized their viewership. Oh, go attack that guy because he said this mean thing about me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. Free from reprisal. Feel free to say anything you want. Within reason. Within reason. There are some things just you shouldn't say ever. And you would be called to account for those. But that's another story. Anyway, I hope you all did enjoy. I hope you all found it very interesting. I hope you're all excited for the future. tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to start up a whole new series. I have one in mind that I'd like to do, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet, or I'm going to go and just spend a couple days just doing random crap, waiting for some comments to come in from this video. I'll figure that out, and you'll know tomorrow, not today. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.